Good evening, everybody. This is your boy Pitts from Pitts and Push Sports Talk Radio, Pitt Sports Zone Bowie TV, coming to you live in effect again today. Yes, you're seeing me for a second time. Coming to you live today with a special guest, Mr. Paxton Baxter. Welcome to the show, sir.
Good, good. Thank you for having me and looking forward to spending a little time with you, my brother.
So today we're actually talking about a special event that is happening here in DC this week. We're talking about the Africa week, the Africa Festival Week, which is here upon us. It's the first time festival happening in DC that celebrates African culture and is aimed at increasing the interest, tourism, and investment in the region through sports.
Yes, sir. That is you couldn't have nailed it any better. It's all about essentially exposing African culture to the DMV. That's the goal of the event. And I would say, without exaggeration, that 99% of the events are free and open to the public. We're aware that a lot of people have never had the opportunity to visit Africa, and some may never go, but we figured we would bring Africa right here to the DMV and have everybody have an opportunity to come out and get a little taste of Africa, literally without exaggeration. We've got pop-up food, we've got art, we've got art from an array of everything from painters to sculptors to artists from the perspective of fashion designers. And then we've got sports as well, which is the anchor of the whole festival, which is coming up on Saturday at Audi Field at 5 o'clock when the team Medi Ama from the country of Ghana comes over and plays DC United for a friendly exhibition match at Audi Field on Saturday, October 14th at 5 o'clock. But all through the week, Brother Pets, all through the week, literally starting last night with the art exhibit that we had. We had the opening for the art exhibit at the True Reformer Building, which is in DC across the street from Ben's Chili Bowl on 12th and Florida. To starting today, we had basically a Ghana village, for lack of a better, at Howard University, and that runs all week at the Blackburn Center, the Quad at Howard University. We've got a Ghana village running all day, and then starting tomorrow, we have symposiums in the evenings from 5 to 8, where for an hour we've got a wide array of different panels and symposiums in the evening, and then once again during the day is the Ghana village. So a lot of activity going on, and there's nobody can say, "Oh man, I was priced out the market." Like, no, it's like everything is free to the public to see. So I've had the opportunity, brother. I've been going to Ghana since 2001, and I have made. I counted the other day 14 trips over the years that I've made to the country of Ghana. I'm fascinated by it. I've developed a lot of friendships there, a lot of positive people, and loads of culture. Ghana is where 40% of the Africans that were enslaved during the slavery period of time and brought to the New World, 40% of the Africans came through the ports in Ghana. So there's a 4 out of 10 opportunity that if you're African American in the U.S. or in the Caribbean, there's a 4 in 10 chance that you came through the country of Ghana. So it's just a wonderful place for us. Each year in time, we're doing Ghana for the first few years, but each year in time, our goal is to bring a new African country to be the core of our focal point, and to expose the DMV to Ethiopia, South Africa, Nigeria, et cetera, as we move along. But we've started with Ghana. We have good, deep relationships there, and just find it to be a fascinating country to build from.
Mr. Baker, you went right into it. Yeah, I done seen questions that I wrote down. But before I piggyback on everything you said, I did want to, if you can, give a brief overview of yourself to our viewers and listeners.
And essentially, kind of bringing it to a close, I've been producing events around the world for quite so many years, both as an independent producer prior to BET, after BET, and I've been a partner in the ownership group of the Washington Nationals with the Lerner family since 2006, and have had the opportunity to see the whole world. And so the part of the festival, the goal of the festival, is to bring the world to Washington, D.C., to bring a wide array of different countries and cultures to the district, to provide it as a service to the people of the DMV, as a free event for the most part, and the only paid event that would literally for about the 16 different events that we've got going on during the week, the only paid event is the soccer game on Saturday at Audi Field with Mediama SC from Ghana versus DC United.
Before we go any further, can you give the information where individuals can find the lineup or how to get in contact to
Sure, it's
be
called
a
the
part of it?
Capital City Africa Cup is the website. Capital City Africa Cup, and it'll give you all the events, which are essentially for the next 2 days. We'll be at Howard University in the Blackburn Building at Howard, and we've got just loads of conversations, talking with different people from various parts of Ghana, from different sectors, from everything from sports to fashion to business opportunities, travel and tourism going on during the day at the quad, and then panels in the evening from 5 to 8 p.m. on Wednesday and Thursday. And then on Friday, we've got a pop-up fashion design studio going on in the afternoon at the Rosewood Hotel in Georgetown with
Right.
Ghanaian designers on Friday and Saturday. And then Saturday is at noon, and then we all end the week at Saturday at 5 p.m. at Audi Field with the soccer game.
And you kind of spoke earlier. I know there were events that went on yesterday. One was the Ghanaian art exhibition, the travel
Hmm.
tourist forum, the business investment, and then I know you spoke on that the Ghana Village, and then the handmade craft vendors that will be on display as well. Can you talk about and share the importance? I know you kind of alluded to it earlier, but the importance of being able to exhibit and experience Africa, like it's basically being brought to us. We
Yeah,
get to go and experience it for free. We don't have to
yeah.
get on the plane. We don't have to spend those long hours on a flight. We literally get to go in our cars, drive downtown, and be a part of it.
Yeah, 100% correct. I mean, that's what it was. I mean, everybody knows the whole country's been going through a wide array of changes. Candidly, the world has been going through changes, not just the United States. The world's been going through changes. So we wanted to make something really fundamental and simple. We've been supported by a wide array of different people who've got a love for culture, and in particular, Events DC has been just great, and also our partnership with DC United Soccer Club has just been amazing. And so we literally wanted to make it affordable for everyone, from students to, up and down the spectrum from a financial perspective and otherwise. We wanted to make it just something that literally everybody could experience for free, other
Absolutely.
than investing the time into it. And so that's part of what our goal was literally to make African culture, to give it an opportunity to come right up in front of everybody, for everybody to be able to experience it. So there's the artists were pretty amazing, and it's a free exhibition from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. over at the True Reformer Building on 12th and U Street, and literally directly across the street from Ben's Chili Bowl. So, come on out and experience it. It's like there's no reason not to. We made it as affordable as possible. Yeah.
Absolutely. And if you're in the DC area, if you're in the Maryland, DC, Virginia area, I urge you to make your way down there. These are one of those events that we can say finances played a part because it's being provided to you on a silver platter. Um, Mr. Baker, can you talk about the impact and the importance? Because when you talk about it, because I've actually watched you on another show, a colleague of mine with Candy Waller and Seawall Sports,
Okay.
and when you talk about, because in that episode you guys talked about the NBA Africa,
Mm-hmm.
and but when you talk about it, it's like a light, it's like a lightning, like you don't speak about it from, this is just an investment. You speak about it from a perspective of passion, from a perspective of this is something that you believe in. Can you just share the impact that your visits and your travels, how it has made an impact on you to even inspire you and make you to want to do business or to bring more of that environment or to accessible for people like myself?
Sure, it's something, brother, that's positive, and infections are always viewed as something that's negative, but this is a positive infection. This is enthusiasm.
Absolutely.
This is joy. This is something that's enriching, and to me, you feel it when you get an opportunity. Like I was one of those brothers who, my first trip to Africa was back in 2000 to Johannesburg, and I was 40 years old at the time, and I didn't get on my knees and kiss the ground, but I could have, because I'm like, wow, I finally made it to Africa. Like, you think about things, you dream about things, you look at picture books, you look at movies and magazines and everything. But for me, it's like, wow, I finally made it to Africa. And just to be in that environment, I studied African American studies at Temple University. That was my major, and it was something unreal for me to actually finally get a chance to be there. And then you get through the shock of like, wow, I finally made it to. You're seeing brothers and sisters who are in charge of everything, and
Yes.
it's just a warmth and a feeling that you don't really get quite from anywhere else. I'm an American. I had the opportunity back in 2016. I finished visiting all 50 states. That was something that I wanted to really feel and experience myself as being an American. So like I've experienced the whole of my country and my culture. I've had the chance to live in 11 different states,
Wow.
and I live where I want to live in the DMV and Washington D.C. And it's like now to bring African culture back to where I've made my home is just very meaningful and fulfilling to me. And as an African American, to be able to have experienced, I've been to 6 countries now in Africa and spent extensive time there. I plan on visiting other countries as well on the continent. There are 54. But part of it that I want to do is bring it back here as well to let people here have an opportunity to experience it. I think it rounds you out as a human being, certainly as an African American, to be able to experience Africa is something very, very special, and something I hope everybody gets an opportunity, makes the opportunity to do.
And when you talk about the impact that it has on you when you go to a just in business in general, but when you go to a country and everything looks like you, it's an empowerment that a self empowerment. Saying of we are bosses, we are CEOs. We are and we can be. And I think, and what I love about something you said in your intro was more so about that connection of the impact and the connection that it has with sports, right? And
Hmm.
you talked about your time with BET, and then being a producer and doing different shows, or concerts, etc. Um, and the fact that you not only went and experienced it for yourself, the thing that is a misnomer is that you're sharing that freely. You're not passing out a quick help book. You're not selling it on Amazon. It's being given, and I think that it's empowering because a lot of these things are things that people such as myself want to be able to experience, but in our lifetime at times, depending on your social status, you may not be able to. So this is a great opportunity, not just to learn more about the investment side, but the deep rooted side, to be able to see different cultures from different aspects, not what we see on TV, not what we read in the book, but being able to touch it, something that is tangible, something that we can see, and be able to put our own perspective on. I thank you for that. I thank you for this opportunity because for me, when I got the info, it was like, wow, this is different, but I appreciate it because it gives me more insight. It makes me want to open. At times when we limit ourselves at times to what we feel we can and we can't, and it now opens that book of possibilities. Like, you know what, I don't have to go far, I can do this here, and it's being provided to me at no cost. When you talk about your connection and the connection between and bringing in sports and everything like that, you also are part of the ownership with the Cape Town Tigers, correct?
That's correct.
And I
That's
thought I heard
correct.
you say that you waiting for that first international championship in another recording.
Yeah, yeah, I'm working on it. I've been blessed and fortunate enough to be a part of 3 different groups that have won championships.
Right.
The first was 2015, the Washington Castles, which won the World Team Tennis Championship. in 2015. That was their fifth year in a row. I joined the group in 2015, and they won their fifth championship. That was just overwhelmingly special. And then with the Lerner family in 2019, winning the World Series with the Washington Nationals ownership group. And then in 2021, in National Women's Soccer League, the Washington Spirit won the National Women's Soccer League championship in Louisville, Kentucky, in November of 2021. So it's been a special experience, and I'm hoping to win the same. So with the Cape Town Tigers are in the Basketball Africa League. It's the NBA's NBA Africa Basketball League, and it takes place in Kigali, Rwanda, in May of each year. They just renewed it for a 3-year term. So every year at the last week of May in Kigali, Rwanda, the NBA puts on a championship, which is pretty incredible. It's 10 different countries across Africa compete. You can catch a flight directly out of Dulles Airport that gets you over there. I flew Ethiopian Airways and flew over to Rwanda, spent a week there, had an amazing time. Went gorilla trekking one day, which is nothing short of just spiritual in its own right. Tracking up in the woods with the family of 13 gorillas, which was just incredible, in a mountain range that touches on Rwanda and Uganda. And then I also spent the day doing a safari as well, which is it's just it's hard to describe stuff like that because it takes you back to just kind of like the roots of humanity. And the gorilla trekking was it's just deeply spiritual. We had to wear the mask and do a COVID test before we went up there because their chromosomes, I think it's like 2 chromosomes difference between a gorilla and a human. And so, like, I mean, you're somewhere where, I mean, they've been there for, thousands of years, and you're back in that environment, spending a day of time with it, and trekking around. It's a spiritual experience. I wish I could give you more detail with it. I mean, I could tell you about the colors and the smells and what to wear and things like that. But it's a spiritual experience, and just takes you back in time. And I grew with the even deeper appreciation of the present from it, and would absolutely positively go back again. So the NBA Africa Championship, and if you look at the NBA right now, you see a lot more brothers from Africa coming over here, and the corridor is opened. So there'll be more and more brothers coming over from Africa to the NBA, and that's a cultural link with it. But you too can go and do it. It's something worth doing, something worth saving up, and something worth doing. So we're trying to give you a taste of it here in Washington, D.C., but ultimately I think that it's a wonderful thing for everybody to go to Africa, but in particular brothers and sisters to be able to do so.
Can you talk about the importance of investing not only in Africa, but sports in Africa?
Well, I think to me the importance should be more for investing, period. And if you can get the opportunity to invest in sports, that it's clearly proven, if you can see from all of the different, everybody jaws drop on a football team, a U.S. football team, NFL team, or NBA team, selling for billions of dollars. And it's like the Washington Nationals is not a secret. When we purchased the team, it was for $450 million back in 2006. And now the team is valued about $2.5 billion. And so I think I wouldn't so much push, brother. I wouldn't so much push just sports investments, but I just push the importance of savings overall and investing overall. Like that to me is it's a wonderful corridor for us. And as a race, it's not something that we've been that big on, but something that the door is open now once again on that one. And just like literally encouraging savings across the board. I think there's certainly sports in Africa has been growing, and it's something where you can get in the door a lot cheaper than in the U.S. But for me, it's just the encouragement overall to save, and regardless of what your status in life is to save and invest when and where you can.
Will this be the last, or will there be many more after this year? Festivals.
Well, the hope is, as I mentioned a little bit earlier in the interview, the hope is that We do Ghana for the first few years, and then we're looking to open it up to other countries. So
Okay.
we've already made some overtures to Rwanda, uh, but we're looking for Ethiopia, we're looking for Nigeria, and a number of other countries, Senegal, Cameroon, to open it up each year and to make sure that we've got a different country coming in and displaying the arts and work from different countries across the continent.
Was it a dream of yours to be an owner and to be a traveler? Was it a dream to travel to Africa as a younger you?
Absolutely, 100%, 100%. It's from being a kid and looking at magazines, from looking at things on TV, from looking at National Geographic, to be able to one day see it myself. It absolutely positively was a dream, and one where I felt overwhelmingly special when it came through. Like the first time I ever did a safari back in South Africa in 2000, was literally just kind of like pinching myself, like I actually made it, like I'm actually here. I'm actually. South Africa's got an incredible tourism product as well. Like everything from different, like you can drive in a lion park, you can feed elephants yourself, and the tourism product is just incredible. The safaris there are wonderful and amazing. Just like I mentioned, Rwanda has one as well, but Ghana's got, it's like all of the countries have great tourism products. Some have things that are distinctively their own, and South Africa is one that absolutely stood out. So Morocco was incredible, and the it's, as you can see, the topography from different countries in Africa give you different things to look at. Egypt is
Yeah.
nothing short of amazing to actually be standing right in front of the Sphinx, the pyramids at Giza. To see that and to kind of be there, it's like you pinch yourself over and over and over. Like, wow, I am here. I am experiencing this myself.
Can you talk about the energy? I know I did. I saw once you said you're big on energy. When you stepped off the plane into Africa, whichever country you were able
South
to
Africa.
visit,
Mhm.
can you talk about the energy that you feel just arriving?
It's that is what it is. It's energy that wells up inside you. And as I mentioned, I was 40 the first time I went to South Africa, and like for 40 years of your life waiting and building towards something that you're finally just about to get the opportunity to experience it. It's you're pinching yourself. You're like, wow, it's here. I'm here. This is real. It's like a dream that's really coming true in real time, and it's unreal, but it is real because you're experiencing it.
Absolutely. And
Cool.
so it's one of those things because I have friends who are from Ghana. And, when I hear them, I live vicariously through them when I'm listening to them explain and when they talk about their rich history. And when I tell you cooking wise, oh my goodness, the food, authentic.
Absolutely right. Comes through taste. I got to wrap up, but I'm hoping and wishing everybody gets a chance to come out to the Africa Cup week this week here in Washington D.C. Brother, you mentioned the food. We had some last night. We had some great cooking last night at the True Reformer building for the opening of the art exhibit. But there's make it on over to Howard. It's all day long going on all day over at Howard, and I hope everybody literally comes out and gets a chance to participate and lend your energy. We need your energy to come out, participate, make it real, make it bigger. And I'm living proof that dreams can come true. And
Amen.
if it's your hope to experience Africa, come out this week in Washington to do so, and lay the groundwork for a visit to Ghana coming up in the future.
Amen. I'm definitely going to make my way down there this week. I definitely thank you for your patience through the technical difficulties we had electronically today. Everyone, listen, this week is going down all week DC. Soccer game on Saturday. You have no excuse. Make your way there. I'm going to post all of the information on all my social sites, on my YouTube site. So you have no excuse. It's your boy, Pitts from Pitts and Push Sports Talk Radio, Pitt Sports Zone, Bowie TV. Here with Mr. Baker. Thank you very much, sir.
Fitz,
Thank you for joining us.
Fitz. Peace, my brother. Hope to see you.